First thing I want to say is this video is not exactly what you think it is. And second thing I want to say is Achara has no idea what the hell this video is. I thought that we should start off with a drink. By the way, this is from a fan who gave these glasses to us a while back. This is Jabi Koei. It's just as Jabi Koei. I was confusing it with another glass for a second.
It says Jabi Koei.
Yeah.
And Achara Ko.
We have different glasses that says King of the House and then Queen of the House.
Yeah.
Anyway, cheersies.
Cheers.
This is the most expensive whiskey I ever bought in my life. And it's not that expensive, but it's expensive.
It's nice.
Okay.
Smoky.
So, there's something I'm going to share with you. I'm trying to take out the YouTuber from my voice right now. There's something I want to share with you right now that I've never said to you.
Do I need to take more drinks?
Maybe.
Okay.
But again, I want to preface this with that this is not what you think it is. Because, let me start with this thing. Relax.
I'm sorry, this face is like straight whiskey face.
All right, well, don't. I'll drink your half. Don't worry about it.
No, I'll drink it. I just need to get more drunk so I can start enjoying it more.
Well, Jabi's already most of the way there because we were at an event tonight and there was lots of free alcohol, but Achara forgot her ID.
Yeah.
So I was the only one that got to drink.
Actually, I'm very glad that, you know, they thought I looked young enough to card me and not allow me to drink. So I guess it's a good thing, right?
So there's this thing that comes up a lot in the comments. A lot. Like, almost every single video that we are in together, this same comment comes up. And it's not by the same person, it's by different people every single day.
Oh, what is this comment?
And so I thought I would take this opportunity to address it head on and share at the same time something with you that I have not ever verbally said. I may have uttered it in passing and you may have thought I was being facetious or joking, but I've never outright said it.
Do you love me?
That's beyond like duh. That's well beyond duh.
What?
So people always ask, you know, why don't you and Achara get married?
Oh.
And like it happens every single day. Like comment always pops up. And what I wanted to share with you that I don't think I've ever formally said to you is I've thought about that.
Really?
Are you messing with me right now or are you just...
You've thought about marrying me?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Achara knows me better than anybody. This isn't just talking about that particular topic, but the thing about it is, and this is gonna sound like a load of crap, is and maybe you know this already, but this is another thing I haven't ever said to you, is I personally don't think I'm good enough for you. This is truth. I feel like Achara deserves so much better.
You've said that before, and I think I've told you numerous times why that is not the case.
It's the case. It's the case. It's honestly the case. Like, what you guys don't know is that there's a mess going on. I mean, actually, I think they do know. It's pretty fucking obvious from all the videos of all the different, of all the stories about ex-girlfriends and stuff like that. It's pretty obvious that I'm a mess deep down. And so I feel like if there's a normal, you're way closer to it than I am. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean that in a very respectful way. Because like in America, normal is frowned upon as this negative idea.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to convey right now is that normal isn't a bad thing with respect to being level-headed. Right?
You think I'm level-headed?
In a number of ways, I think you're far more level-headed than I am. And I think that it would be a disservice to you, almost like the renaming the channel to Jeb and Achara. I feel like it would be a disservice to you to marry me. I don't think I'm at that place where I'm good enough for you. And that's the truth. I'm all over the place. Like, Achara goes out with me and like we're hanging out. I mean, you can tell them.
What?
If we're out and about, I'm not looking at Achara.
Nope. I'm the wing lady. Jabi will be like, Chara, she cute? And I'm like, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he's like, can you Like, can you
help facilitate the transaction of a date of some kind.
do the thing?
Yeah. So
I'm like, okay.
yeah, no, and that's the truth. Like I'm all over the place, and honestly, I've got a lot of stuff to work out. There are things from my past I've still not properly dealt with that I still wake up and it still haunts me, and that's the truth. And there are days where Achara comes over, she's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "It's just there still. Like that pain is still hasn't abandoned me yet." And
Right.
it's tough, and so that's part of the reason I do the podcast every once in a while, and I really engage with people in the comments about certain specific ideas because I'm still wrestling with it. You know, I'm trying not to get too deep because it'll make me cry.
Right. I mean, I can see you're on the brink. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah. No, but there have been days where like I wake up and I still think about this person who used to be my stepdaughter, and it's like you can't possibly engage with someone as wonderful as you on that level when you're still wrestling with all that mess, you know? And that's the truth. And I think that you deserve to have someone who, you know, is focused on you and will be able to. In addition to that, like that's an aside. We work together, and I think it would be a very, very unwise move to get married and work together at the same time. Like I had this fantasy when I was a kid that I'd be able to work with whoever I married, because if I love her, then surely I can spend every waking moment with her, and that would be amazing. But Achara and I have spent a lot of time together, and she, like, they say that you're the 5 people closest to you, and thankfully one of those 5 people is Achara.
Aww.
And don't do that. You're gonna make me cry too. Again, rather. You had no idea that this was coming.
No.
So
I was like, what are we doing? Are we live streaming? Why
No.
are we turning on the camera? What are we doing? I have videos to edit, Jabby Koei.
So Achara has probably, of the people that I still talk to, that are still in my immediate circle, Achara has seen literally the worst of me and the best. I feel like you've seen all of that, and I think that you know too much about me. It's the honest truth about it. You know more about me than anybody else in my life, including my mother and my brother, and it's like it's too much, and it's like knowing how much I've exposed to you of my inner demons and whatnot. I just feel like I know what I envision for you being the perfect partner. I know what that dude looks like, and it's not me. Is ultimately what I'm driving, and at least at this point in time. Could change tomorrow. Could change in 5 minutes after I've had a little bit more alcohol.
Yeah, drink some more. Then we'll talk.
And also the next thing I wanted to get to was something I don't say often enough, which is thank you.
Thank you.
And I really genuinely mean that, because, okay, like, there are some people who go, Achara is what makes this channel, right? And it would just be a different channel if you weren't here, is what I would say.
Yeah, it would still be, it would still be the channel.
It would still be here. There would still be Jabby Koei with different
Yeah.
guests every week and whatnot. And I'd still be at the momentum that I am. But it would just be a different channel. It would be a different feeling. And I don't know what that feeling is, but I don't care. I like the feeling that you bring to it. And I'm so appreciative. I'm just appreciative.
Thank you.
That's the short of it. I'm just very appreciative that you're in my life, and you give as much of yourself as you do to, not just to me, to the channel, but to all of you guys watching. Achara cares so much about all of you. Like, whether it's here or Patreon, like, every little thing, when someone's upset, nobody feels it more than Achara does. Like, she really cares about the way you guys feel. I mean, as do I. I'm not like, fuck them. Like,
No, Jabby cares.
I care-
Jabby cares a lot.
I care a lot, but I, like, you know, this is a business, but for both of us, it's much more than that.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, I say colloquially, I say you know, it's the Koei family. For Achara, it really is the Koei family.
Well, I think for you as well, it's the Koei family.
Well, I think that's a given, but I don't think people realize just how much it means to you as well.
Yeah.
You know, it really, and so I could not have asked for someone better to be part of this journey with me. And so I know that there's a lot of you guys who are like, you and Achara should get married, you're perfect for each other. It's like, Achara might be perfect for me. Jabby's not perfect for Achara. That's what it comes down to. I have a lot to work out, and I mean, you got a lot to work out too. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
No,
I'm not
you-
gonna place just the onus on you, Jabby Koei. You say like I'm like close to normal, but
no, we both have a lot to work out.
I got issues.
But I feel like if anyone's closer to being ready for the next stage of adulthood, I mean, I've had the experience of raising a child for 4 years, but I feel like between the two of us, if we were both just focused on being the best possible spouse for someone, I feel like it would take you a lot shorter time than it would take me. And part of that has to do with the fact that Achara is just a studyholic, you know?
I'm a big fat nerd, people.
Yeah.
So like when marriage is on the cards, I will nerd that shit out.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is to those of you young men who are still hoping, you can keep hoping.
I'm not currently married.
No,
No.
no. Anyway, that's the whole thing. That's what I wanted to say.
Wow, you wanted to say that and share it with everyone.
Yes. I wanted to basically do a Facebook post, you know?
Yeah.
Where they go on Facebook and they go, I love you so much, honey. I love you too. You're the best husband ever. I hate those Facebook posts.
I know, me too. I
Yeah.
find them so awkward.
But-
But thank you.
I thought I could kill two birds with one stone here because I could be real with you and be real with you guys at the same time. Because you guys keep asking in the comments, why don't we get married? I'm like, well, this is why. Jabby's got things to work out. And that's the truth.
We all do.
Yeah. But I mean, I genuinely do believe I have a specific idea in my head as to the kind of person you would fit best with. And the honest truth is, if we were to engage in that kind of a situation together, you couldn't do the channel anymore. It would be one or the other. And I've told you that.
Yeah.
I've mentioned that to you, like sort of. We talked about like we're grown-ups. Like Achara and I have had discussions to some degree about things, adult matters, and the fact of the matter is, like, it would have to be one thing or the other. It could not be both. You know, it's like either we're working together or we're doing something else. And right now we're working together. So, but I mean, and I don't express my gratitude nearly enough.
Well, thank you.
So,
That means a lot to me. Thank you.
if I could hug all of you right now, I would as well. But that's it.
You just get to hug me.
Yes. Unfortunately. Just kidding. I love you all so much. Thanks so much for being part of the Koei family. And thank you for being part of the Koei family.
Team Koei?
Team Koei.
Yeah.
Team Achara. All right.
Thank you.
Love you all. I'm Jabby Koei. This is...
Achara Kirk.
So.